Hi, everybody. I was just listening to Freedom Friday. You know, Carl Gallups. He did this. He did this article at before it's news. It's birtherreport.com. Freedom Friday. Obama named Subarka. Sheriff Joe case. Subud cult ties. This is really interesting that they've discovered this thing, which actually was in Obama's mother's biography, that she was part of this Indonesian cult called Subud. And Subud is actually the word Bud, of the part Bud of it is Buddhism. So Obama's mother was part of this cult, and also the Department of Justice head of Hawaii, Loretta Fuddy, who just died in a plane crash, was also a prominent member of this Subud cult, which is the same cult that Obama's part of. Now this is coming out. People didn't pick it up. It's in Obama's mother's biography, but now it's all coming together. This thing and the headquarters. So Freedom Friday, Carl Gallup's son Brandon is saying that the headquarters of the Subud cult is in Chicago. So Obama was living in the city of the cult, where the headquarters is the cult which his mother belonged to, which is also implanted in Hawaii and in Indonesia. So Obama was in Indonesia, Hawaii, and Chicago. So okay, this all ties together very conveniently. Now the Subud cult is a Muslim cult, but it incorporates like Hinduism and Buddhism in it, and also it encourages the members to be of whatever faith they want to be. It's a New Age cult, so that everybody can just mix all the religions together into one big melting pot. So Obama is part of this. Now, to me, Obama is the Antichrist, because in his city, Chicago, the lottery drew 666 on the day after Obama's election. And 666 is the number of the Antichrist. But in my faith, which is called, Tibetan Buddhism, in the faith I follow is called the Kala Chakra, there's a prophecy of the apocalypse, and that says that the Antichrist who will come will have a mixed faith, which will mix Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Manichaeism. Manichaeism is an old religion from Persia. And this cult, the Subud cult, that's what they do. They encourage people to be of all kinds of composite mixed religion. And so Obama fits perfectly with the description of the Antichrist in my Buddhist apocalypse prophecy of Kala Chakra. Now, what I am explaining in this video now today is that the Messiah, me, I am a Buddhist, right? And this Subud cult also has Buddha. You see, there's one part of it is called Buddha. But what I'm saying is, because this cult is Muslim, basically, it is incompatible with Buddhism. Buddhism and Islam cannot coexist, because Islam says to kill people in the Quran. It's basically evil. The writings are evil. The writings say kill all Jews and all infidels, Jews and Christians. It says nominally Christians and Jews, kill them. It says that in 109 verses. So any faith which is based on those books cannot be accepted. They have to be condemned. It has to be condemned. And Islam says that anybody who condemns the Quran, who condemns the Islam, must be beheaded. So there's just no getting along here, and there's no halfway through this. But Obama gets along with this, you know. For him, that's no problem. So it's like for him, he can live with a venomous, poisonous snake in his house, no problem. It's like some people have a brother or a cousin who's a killer, He's a killer. He works for the army or whatever, and he's a killer. He's a professional killer, or he works for the mafia. So some people say, well, you know, okay, so my brother or my cousin is a killer. You know, he's my brother and my cousin, so you know, I have to accept that. You know, you can't do that. You can't live with a poisonous snake. And it's the same thing with Islam. They put up with all kinds of crap. They put up with all kinds of strange, weird stuff, and you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be half vampire. If you're put up with vampires, then you're a vampire too, because your vampire is going to bite you from time to time. If you have a poisonous snake, he's going to be biting you from time to time, and you're gonna be at the emergency section of the hospital a lot of times. But you can't live like that. That is not. You have to live. You have to live on a sound footing. You have to have some moral, ethical basis. So that Obama is the Antichrist, and you see that he comes from this Subud cult. Well, you can see the Subud cult is why Obama is the Antichrist, because he comes from a very bad ethical basis. And that's the difference between him and me. With my Buddhism, we reject Islam. We reject Islam because Islam is not compatible with goodness, with morality. And his cult, Subud cult, it is compatible with Islam. See, that's the problem. His cult is too tolerant, too open. They're too nice. They're nice towards evil. You cannot be nice towards evil. You cannot be nice towards Islam that says kill Jews and Christians and all infidels. And it says it's the duty, and that is very evil. Quran is very evil. It says any Muslim who does not kill Jews and Christians is a bad Muslim, and that is the duty of Muslims to kill that Muslim. The Muslims are going around killing each other. Look at what's going on in Syria with Muslims killing each other. Now they're making up, you know, they're making up between themselves. They've been killing each other for 3 years. Now they're making up, you know. This is the kind of people which like Obama, and you can't live like that. You can't make up after killing each other. You can't do that. If somebody's gone around and been killing you for 3 years, then you say, okay, that's it. That is it. That is it. I am no longer that person's brother or cousin. I mean, even if you are, I mean, you have to put some distance. You have to put some distance between them and you. And Obama does not put any distance between him and Islam. He says, oh, no, they're my cousins, they're my brothers. Okay, people, so this is really important. This is very important to get down to the root of the evil and to explain why Obama is the Antichrist. He is the Antichrist because he comes from very bad, evil background. Okay, people, that's it for today. Bye-bye.